I'm actually in a car park. So now I'm going to go in and have a look at options for a very light sort of mat. I'm going to have a look at Kmart, and they've got yoga mats, and they also have exercise mats, like fold up ones, which are thicker. I have a feeling yoga mats might be a bit hot and a bit too dense. It won't provide much padding. I mean, I did sleep okay, and I think I'll be alright without the mats, but I think it'll just be a lot more comfortable with a mat underneath us. The drawback, of course, with having another mat underneath us is that I may need to move it away. Excuse me, I've got mint leaf stuck in my teeth. I might have to move it away to pack everything in, but it may well be able to stay in the car with stuff packed on it, which would be okay. So that's my next job today. I'm not necessarily going to buy anything, because I also want to look at a local foam and various other stuff store that has some sort of camping gear and camping foam and bedding foam and upholstery foam. I think they do upholstery and other stuff, and they will sell you the foam for how per meter, I think, or per piece. I don't know how it comes. So I'm just going to see what Kmart has today, and then tomorrow I'm going to go, because today's Sunday, tomorrow when that upholstery / foam place is open, I'm going to go and see what they have and see how the prices compare. I mean, I know they're not going to compare at all to what Kmart's got, because Kmart has incredible buying power with everything they have, and it's all really cheap, and child labour and all that stuff. I'm sure Kmart would say they don't have child labour. Kmart, don't sue me, I'm sure you don't have child labour. Cheap labour, let's say cheap labour. But if it's not super expensive, I'd prefer to support the local people. I had a look in Kmart. I couldn't find the folding mats. They had these thicker folding mats, but they seem to be out of stock. So that won't do me for this trip coming up, obviously, because the young fella there reckoned that I need to, or that their stock cycle is about every 2 weeks, and we're going away in less than a week. They had yoga mats that were super thin, like 3mm thin. What was it, like that? That's ridiculous. I don't even, the only thing that's doing as a yoga mat is stopping you from touching the actual floor. I don't see how that provides much padding. And they did have one thicker one, which was, I don't know, maybe like that, but it's just the typical yoga mat style. I went to have a look in Big W as well, because I thought they might have similar options, and they did in regard to yoga mats, and the same with that slightly thicker one, but they didn't have any folding gym mats like the ones that Kmart have listed. So they did have some mattress toppers at Big W that I looked at, and they're really expensive, and I have a feeling that the foam from the local upholstery / foam place is going to also be as expensive, because good quality foam seems to cost a fair bit, which I get. So perhaps I just need to get some of those thicker yoga mat thingos and have them just for our coming up trip, because it'll provide a little bit of extra padding. It's mainly when I'm lying on my side that I can feel my hip bones poking into the car, and I'm a side sleeper, so I can't really avoid that. The other thing I was thinking about the foam yoga mats, the thicker one, is that it might provide a little bit of sound insulation from the car snoring when I keep the aircon switched on. I can't remember if I mentioned this in my previous video, but when the air conditioning is on in the Prius, the engine turns on periodically to charge the battery. And but in between the engine turning on, there's this sort of like a soft snore or sighing noise that it makes that you can... I've only ever noticed it when I was lying in the car in the back with no other noise around me. So it was annoying and it sort of kept me awake. So I need to figure out a way to stop hearing that noise, because it was really annoying, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. I've ordered some what is it, like a sweatband headphone thing. It's got like a little flat headphone, Bluetooth headphones which stick next to your ear. And I've done that so that if the noise is bugging me, I can perhaps put like a sleep meditation thing on. And that has helped me get to sleep in the past. The only problem there being that with Alexa sleeping beside me, it actually keeps her awake rather than sends her to sleep. So I need to be able to listen to that with headphones that aren't going to dig into my ears. I've got big over-ear headphones and they're comfortable as, but not for lying on, because they're huge and they dig into your head if you're lying on your side. So perhaps with a combination of the foam mat and these headphone thingies, that might sort out the snoring issue, the car snoring issue, that is. I don't know what else to call it. It really does sound like it's softly snoring. It's pretty funny. So yeah, I think probably the thicker yoga mat is going to be my only option for now. And they're either $7 or $10. $7 from Kmart, $10 from Big W. Once I check out the local upholstery place and see what they've got, because they also advertise that they have camping mats that might be suitable, I will compare the two yoga mats, if those are my only option, and see if the $7 one is going to be too much cheaper in quality than the $10 one. And I'll need two of them because to fit the width of the car. So yeah, either way, it's not too much to pay, I suppose, for a little bit of extra comfort. We'll see. Massive knife. That's and a marker. I think I'm doing all right. Yes, it's gonna fit really well, I think. And I roughly guessed the measurement. Well, I measured, but amongst the stuff in the back, the length from the top of the chairs to the end of the floor of the car, and I got it spot on, which is great. There's a big gap at the back, but I'm short, so we fit, and I've been using that gap. So if that changes in the future, I can fix it up then, sort something out. And I've decided I'm leaving these spaces in the corners, like here, because then I can put stuff in there without it bouncing around. And then the edge of the foam will provide sort of like a little cupboard space as well for anything that's tucked in that corner. Yeah, I think it's going to turn out alright. Getting there. There we go. There's a few rough bits, but I'm not sure I can really avoid that when all I have is a knife instead of like proper foam cutting material. I mean, the edges that they cut when I bought it, I don't know if that was their edge or maybe this was, no, yeah, this was their edge. Look how neat that is. Let's actually point the camera to where I'm showing you. So I guess they have like a jigsaw or something that does foam. Super neat. Wish I had one of those. I think that's everything. This, pretty happy with this edge. Look at that, nice and shaped there. On the other side, the ends here are pretty good, with space in those corners. There we go. That'll be good for putting stuff. This side I didn't do quite as well. Got a bit of a gap in there, but that's okay. I don't think that's a huge deal. Foam mattress. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to cut it so that I can fold it up and put it away. Because I definitely need to cut in between the two seats. Well, not right in the middle, but about here, about 2/3 of the way along, because this seat, as you can see, it folds up. And I need to be able to fold up just the one and maybe leave the other side there so that Alexis's car seat can go back here easily. It is really hot doing this. There's a nice cool breeze, thankfully, but it's gearing up to be a really hot day, and already it's really humid. Anyway, I'm figuring this out. It's going pretty well so far. I just have to figure out where this fold has to be so that I can lift up this back seat where Alexis's car seat goes. So it seems to be working all right so far. I've got this line here that I have to cut, but I think like partly cut. That's going to be tricky to cut part of the way through. And I may need to move the line a bit. It's really hard to tell because when you bend it, I'll show you. Here, where you bend it, it's going to stick out differently. So that line that I've drawn, it may be in a different spot. I may have to do it a bit further back, otherwise that's going to stick out over the top of this spot. Here, can you see this line here? This is where this folds up against the back of the seat. Also, I definitely need to make a cover for this because I've only been working on this. I don't know if you can see that dirt there already. Lots of little bits of dirt on here already. It is going to get filthy really fast if I don't make a cover for it. It seems to just attract the dirt, not to mention all the hair from Alexis that I've already pulled off it. So it's not hard to cut this part way through, but it is hard to cut it neatly. Maybe I just need a sharper knife. Undoubtedly. Well, it's the sharpest one I have, so it'll have to do. Check that out. There we go, that's pretty much perfect. Let's have a look. Look at that. It's a bit so bright here, I'm not sure what you can actually see. Yeah, that's perfect at the back. Check that out. This is slightly awkward because that doesn't fit there, but I'm not going to cut it because I need that length, or width I should say. Happy with that. I have to think about how I'm going to pack the back with the foam in. But I am very happy with that. Hey, look, more hair. Don't know whose hair that is. And look at the dirt. Buggered if I can figure out how I'm going to make a cover for this. I have to make a cover that splits in the middle because this split where Alexis's seat will go there is yeah, it's gonna be awkward. I did it. It was kind of tricky. I decided it'll just have the one fold, which is there, and there's the bed. I got this Doona cover from the op shop, and I got a queen size one, so I had plenty to play with, and it seemed like really nice quality fabric, a bit thick and sturdy. I think that's mostly because of the print on it actually, because the bit where it's not printed, the white bit, oh hello kitty, the bit where it's not printed feels a little bit softer and not as tough, but the bits that are important are tough, so that's good. I'll show you from the other side. So I've left lots of slack everywhere because this needs a lot of excess to be able to fold. So that's where it folds there. There's the fold. I managed to tear that on the inside a bit, unfortunately, but it's not a big deal. It should be okay in there now. And then this goes back there. Ta-da! Yes, hello cat. There we go. I'll straighten it out if I want to. Ta-da! There's a kitty. Oh, it's going to be heaps more comfortable. It wasn't actually too bad sleeping just on this surface here, but it's not soft, and this will sort of cushion my hips a bit more. And yeah, so as for the rest of it folded out, I think I'm just going to leave the bed folded out because it's got a cover. I can just pile stuff on top of it, and it's not going to damage the foam. And then if I need to, I can take the cover off and wash it. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to take it on and off, being like these two separate kind of forks in it. But yeah, I think that will work all right, and I will just attempt not to get it dirty. Yeah, there we go. And these bits here, as you can see, I left these corners. Stick things in there like the gas bottle, which doesn't stay, unfortunately, unless it's wedged in with other stuff. Actually, it could fit better in that corner because it's got higher foam on it. Ooh, that could work. There we go. Maybe that problem's solved. So there we go. There's our bed. I'm pretty happy with that, and we get to test it out very soon, in a couple of days actually. Very excited. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate you liking and subscribing if you haven't already, and you can hit the notification bell if you'd like to get a notification next time I upload a video. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Meow. Meow. Meow.